Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is the new situation battle for on PlayStation Network for this weekend and next, Zeonic Front. I have another video ready, but I pushed this to the front of the line so it would actually air while the first weekend was still up, though just barely. If you're watching this like the second I posted, you probably have 3 or 4 hours to get acquainted with this one before it goes down. But what we have got is 3 standard gyms, a gym ground type, and the Gundam Mudrock against, I believe, a couple of standard Zaku's, a Zaku heavy weapons type, the Dom heavy weapons type, and Garrett Schmitzer's Zaku 1. And let me just warn you, that Zaku 1 has been seriously buffed for this, because I've always thought it was pretty good anyway, because it may only get one melee swing, but if you land that downswing, it's pretty fantastic. But yeah, it is. If that thing gets a hold of you, you are in trouble. Meanwhile, as happens with most of these situation battles, the gym has been buffed to have 2 melee swings and a dodge roll, which I always forget how much of that it has gotten in the buffs it's gotten over the years. But I think 0. I know they have changed it so that all levels of the Gym Zaku have balancers, but I think the 2 hits and the dodge roll are both new. As it is, there's another kill, or might be my first one for the round. Wasn't paying enough attention when I was fighting the other thing. I think I got an assist on that. But yeah, I believe that is the Zaku 1 in question. Nope, standard Zaku 2. That's right. Okay. Let's see how much more I can get wrong today. But yeah, just like bad brain day is kind of why there's probably not going to be any Breaker 4 today, because just I need to rebrain before I pick that back up. Let's see, but yeah, this is, yeah, I remember I saved this one because I am in, a standard, like, Hyper Bazooka gym, and it went really well. This is one of those rounds where just, like, a good grasp of the basics really, really helped me. Because, yeah, this Machine Gun Zaku is at a little bit of a disadvantage on 2 fronts. It is the Machine Gun Zaku, which means I have an instant stun other than my melee, and it does not. But also, I have more reach. So, between those 2 things, yeah, I was able to handle it one-on-one relatively easily. But, yeah, I had some pretty good one-on-one fights in this one, good spacing and all that. Like, yeah, I stepped aside a little bit so I would not knock over or stun any of my allies. That worked. Got the heavy Dom as a result. Support fire's going in on that standard Zaku, and I think coming up from the left is, if not the same Zaku 2 I was fighting before, a similar one. Here is the Garrett Schmitzer Zaku 1, which I think I mentioned before. Going by the katakana, the name was actually originally Gerhard Schmeisser, which, 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other, but, I'm not quite sure why they changed it. Let's see, 4122 to 2483, and yeah, I basically saved enough boost that I still had a dodge roll to get some distance and hopefully get around some more corners, but I am very dead, because as you can see, I managed to make it so that I am the only thing, the only blue dot on my radar, so yeah, I sent sorry after that, because I just got in way too deep and where nobody else was around to help, so that, I was kind of, I think, feeling a little overconfident after that good one-on-one. So yeah, that's wasn't my best move. But there are more moves to make, so let's see what I can do. I'm with the team now. Landed that bazooka shot. Using Vulcans now because I can get a little extra damage in without risking stunning anybody on my team. And there is the Schmitzer Zaku, which I don't think I'm going to quite get, but that's okay, because it is nearly dead. Yeah, I would have had to go around that corner into death to get at it, so I decided instead I would head over this way and see what I could hit without putting myself in the direct line of fire of everything. Only about half to a third of everything, which, yeah, that's a little better. And there is the Schmitzer Zaku, which I managed to kill with Splash when I hit somebody else. That's perfectly fine. And the one mistake I do keep making in this round, which will probably be seen, momentarily. Well, I got the heavy Zaku down. That's good, because that is the support, and that is well, one of two supports, and that is a really unpleasant thing to be shot by, which I just was, I think. But yeah, the one mistake I know I make repeatedly in this is not reloading my Vulcans when I'm done with them. Because I have 16 rounds right now, but there's a couple of spots where I only have like 2, and that is not a good position to be in when you're trying to just, you know, get somebody with tick damage and then take off. Or take them down while boosting, which, yeah, boosting weapons always handy. But okay, Heavy Zaku's down. We pretty much won that wipe, and now there's support fire coming in, so it's a good time to be back a little bit. Back and over and just away. But yeah, I'd like not to be hit by that. But yeah, they since it's a situation battle and everything has since this is a low cost and everything has relatively short respawn times, they are hanging together very well, which is, you know, a smart way to do it. It kind of, you know, that will help you win things that otherwise you could not, you know, every time. So whoever in very many cases, whoever focuses fire better wins. That's just it. And the heavy Dom and the heavy Zaku focused me down and took me out. So that is, you know, so that's a couple of deaths. But again, in a standard gym, that's kind of to be expected, I want to say. There's a minute and a half left. We've got a about 1,500 point lead, which is pretty good, again, since this is a moderately low cost room. I think the highest things here are 450, which, you know, that kind of makes sense for the suits involved, and I was just way off the mark with that. But yeah, I'm going to chase this because it is getting itself isolated from the rest of its team. Unfortunately, the base of my spine is not isolated from its team. But yeah, it managed to take somebody out. Again, that heat saber hits like a truck in this. I think I just, like an idiot, left myself with one Vulcan round in the magazine, which is not useful at all. See, somebody set a bomb at the enemy base. There are 2 people alive, me and this beam spray gun Jim, which, again, with the Schmitzer hitting it, it's not going to be alive for long. Didn't quite take out the Schmitzer, and yeah, that is where I screw up. Because I have no health left, I have no Vulcans, I have nothing I could actually fire fast enough, and that Zaku has like a tiny bit of health left, and I could not do anything about it. So, from the assist, I'd say somebody else did, but yeah, I could have, if I'd actually remembered to reload my Vulcans, or, you know, empty them so they reloaded themselves, I could have gotten that. Not that I've done badly, and I believe I'm about to get a last-second Vulcan kill, actually, with... oh no, it is not a Vulcan kill. Somebody else got it, and we are going to harangue this Dom for just a little bit, and that is where we end it. But yeah, I think I did fairly well, considering. Again, just was really happy with that one-on-one, and managed to land some other good shots in melee. I was top diversions, which makes sense. And let's see, outscored by our Mudrock, but I did 81,000 damage and 5 kills, 3 deaths. I'll take that. That is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. Good luck to everybody who wants to try this situation battle. And we will be back soon with more. So till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. It's funny, I think I've said before, I recognize that a Zeonic Front was a really good and interesting game, but I just never managed to get into it when it was new. I want to give it another try at some point, but to be honest, I would love to see a remaster with maybe, you know, a slightly more streamlined user interface, because we've come a long way in those in 20 years. God, it's been 20 years. But yeah, you know, one day I will try it again, but I don't think it will be soon.